Welcome back, party people. It's me, V. This is Z. And we're Ohio Pizza Party. And today, we have another treat for you. Another Ohio classic that we're decided to try today. And that would be Rubino's Pizza in Bexley.
Ooh, Rubino's.
Yeah. It's one of Z's favorite places to go. It's been around forever. They keep it really old school, cash only. And they have old school registers. Cha-ching registers. And they put their pizzas in bags, which is how... I'm pretty sure all the pizzas used to do it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Get in a little puffy little
shoot.
Yeah, little dome bag, which is unique, you know? I mean, it does.
Very unique.
Their pizza's not incredibly thick, so it's not heavy.
Very thin.
So, you know, the bag works pretty well. In 1954, Reuben Cohen opened Rubino's Pizza in Bexley. Yeah, 1954. It's been in the same spot. Rubino's is located at 2643 East Main Street at the corner of South Roosevelt and Main Street. It's been there. It's got the original sign, big glowing neon,
it's such
lit
a
up
classic
sign.
nostalgia sign. It looks great.
It's a go-to spot for people in Bexley. It's like
Everybody
it's like
knows
the OG
about it
spot.
in Bexley.
Yeah. Today at Rubino's, we got a large extra cheese, pepperoni, and sausage on one, and then the other one we got a large half cheese.
Yep.
And then half bacon, hot peppers, and
green peppers.
We've got extra cheese on that. Now, it's come to my attention that, as a little OPP pro tip, you should always get extra cheese at Rubino's. They're usually a little light on the cheese.
Yep, and I think that's because of the crispiness and also just kind of like that old school mentality. Mm-hmm. Definitely get extra cheese.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. So it's a Columbus style pizza. We're going to show you a little slice. We got one extra cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. This bad boy is thin. Look at that. Look how thin that is. It's not super crispy right now. I mean, I think they've had them as a little more crispy, but this is a little floppy. And look how thin they cut the sausages. It's got like real thin, like square cut sausage, which is kind of unique in its own right too.
And I was gonna say, I feel like on the outsides, I got an outside piece,
yeah,
and it's definitely a little bit more crispier.
Yeah.
So it may have been more on the inside, but
and they put a little bit of cornmeal on the bottom,
yes,
so it has a little bit of that cornmeal taste, like a traditional Columbus. But yeah, so here we go, Rubino's. Let's take a bite.
Something about the sausage, the way that it's cut, so flavorful, very thin.
Yeah, very thin.
You guys can see a little bit of the air pocket in there.
The toppings are cut thin. The pizza's thin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
definitely their style.
Not filling. You could eat probably like a whole large. I mean, I don't know. I probably could. I say that a lot, but this one I definitely.
Another reason why I love Rubino's, just get one for yourself. And a good thing about Rubino's is the sauce is very tasty, I would say. And you wouldn't think there would be a lot of it because it's a thin slice, but you're definitely getting sauce all over your hands.
Yeah. Now, I would say after getting this cook here, I would say I'd probably even maybe get a little well done just to get it a little crispier, because I see it has the potential. This one just isn't as crispy as usual.
The extra cheese definitely kind of like, it seems like it's messing with the crispiness of it. Ask for it well done, and it'll crisp it right
crisp a little bit, yeah. This is a really thin pizza.
The cheese is pretty flavorful. Also with the cut, this is one slice here.
Yeah, they basically cut it down the middle and then do the tavern cut. So you get very long, skinny pieces.
You can see this is the bacon. Plenty of bacon on here.
Yeah.
The banana peppers, the hot peppers, and we got the green peppers on there too. You can see it's very thin, and you can see that cornmeal on the bottom. We got crunch.
Very colorful. Hopefully it shows up with the green screen. I don't know, maybe.
Finding that crunch in a little bit in the bites here. It's interesting because this I feel like has the most toppings, and it was kind of crunchy. I just love how light it is.
I think that one thing I'm missing, I think the zest or zing, I think it's missing like a pop. The pepperonis are good, but I feel like it's just missing that it's like something that stands out, you know?
I can definitely see where you're coming from that. And I was gonna say, I get that flavor from the sausage.
And probably,
and really, it's like kind of like you hinted on. It's really that sausage is that it gives you that flavor, it gives you that standout. Yeah. But for the pepperonis, I mean, they're good, they're flavorful, but it's not like you said, like a standout.
I like a little bit of zing or a little bit of zest, or both, because I'm getting crispy parts, and I'm loving the cracker crunch, especially like toward the end of it. I just wish it was more throughout, because see, it's got the flop to it. And it's a long piece though. But I would say, like, I wish you could get more of that crisp on the back end throughout the rest of it.
I would say majority of the time that I've gotten Rubinos, I would say this is probably one of their B games, because that's one of the fun things about Rubinos is it's a long piece, but it stands. Right. You can hold it at the end of it and it stands up usually.
Alrighty. Woo! Now we're down to the analysis.
The samples have been had.
And Z is going to tell you what he thinks about Rubino's crust. What do you think about the crust, Z?
Crust fell a little bit short today. You saw that bits and pieces, kind of like half of the pizza was cooked kind of like how I usually prefer it, which is usually thin and crispy throughout. A little soggy on some slices. What would you say?
I think I see the potential when you got the crisp on the edge part, and even in some pieces were a little more crispy. Maybe getting it a little extra done, just a little extra time in the oven might have actually helped the pizza.
I would agree, and I do want to say one more thing. Like, I really like the cornmeal on the bottom, like the nostalgia.
I'm always a fan.
And the dough is very fresh.
Yeah.
You can tell when you turn it over, very fresh, very light.
All right, well, that goes to the toppings. So Z, hit me with what you think about the topping.
The sauce, I thought had pretty good flavor. There was definitely more than I thought would be there with how thin the actual crust is. But the star of the show for me was the sausage. Just so much flavor when you bite into it, and the way that's cut, and it's so thin as well. Just very unique.
Right. I've never seen a sausage cut that way. Really thin. It still does have the flavor in it. I don't like how you have to get the extra cheese. And there was a good amount of cheese on there, but I feel like with the extra cheese, it's giving you about the amount of cheese that you probably would get on like a Tommy's or something like that. So I don't like that, but the toppings are actually, the ingredients taste good. It's missing like a punch, like a kick, a seasoning or something to really kick it up.
It needs a bang.
Yeah. Now we're down to our OPP score.
Yeah.
Z, what are you going to give the Rubino's pizza today?
Today it fell a little short. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Solid toppings, like I said, the nostalgia, the cornmeal. I love the bag. 8.5 today, I would say.
My score, I'm gonna go an 8.2 on Rubino's. I think it's good. I think it's good enough to hit in the 8 threshold. But I've just had pizzas in its style that are better, that pack a little more punch, a little more crispy. But still, definitely good, and definitely like it's old school, and it's definitely I know Rubino's is one of those places that it's just like you have your diehards, that people that have been going there forever. They just know, and then it's their favorite, and I understand that. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, maybe on a better day, it may have hit me a little better, but
I'll be back. There's no doubt about that.
Sure.
Support local. You
can't get no more local than Rubino's. One spot, been there forever. Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe,
feedback, like us.
Yeah.
OPP for life.
For life.
Pepperoni. Works every time.